Hi, I'm Daniel Andrews, owner and creator of Andrewsfootball.com, and with the 27th pick in the 2019 NFL Draft, I did have the Oakland Raiders selecting Garrett Bradbury. This would be the center out of North Carolina State. And the thing is, though, with my final mock draft, two reasons why I no longer have this selection. Number one, Bradbury's long gone. Okay, he's not available at either 24 or 27. And number two, the Raiders went ahead and filled that need with Jonah Williams. And me personally, I think this is a better situation. I have Jonah Williams rated higher than Garrett Bradbury. However, I think either player would work. They would be a plug-and-play guy. They would be a day one starter. But I think if the Raiders had to choose between two players, or if both players are available at pick number 24, I think they'd go ahead and take Jonah Williams. And again, I want to emphasize this. I'm standing by lock at 4. I think this is going to happen. So there's a matter of fact, I'm going to try to do a video tonight talking about possible NFL draft bets. One of them is the over-under on Drew Lock, and that's 13.5. Take the over. So with the 27th pick in the 2019 NFL Draft, since you already got one player from Bama, why not two? And I have the Raiders selecting Josh Jacobs, the running back out of Alabama. Now, the number one running back in the draft should go much higher than 27, but he didn't. Now, part of it is that he ran in his pro day, I think it was 4.63. A lot of teams are really disappointed. They thought he'd be in the 4.5s. It doesn't matter, folks. Just turn on the tape and you see the explosiveness. He didn't have a lot of carries, and that's okay because he's going to get plenty of carries now. Does this have anything to do with Marshawn Lynch retiring? I don't think so. I think that whether Lynch is there or whether he's not, I think Josh Jacobs is a guy that you would plug and play immediately. I think that this is a guy that if you're involved in fantasy football, you do want to pick because I think this guy will get a lot of touches. I think he'll score quite a bit. I think this guy will be a productive running back in the National Football League. Do I think he's going to be an all-star? Do I think he's going to be somebody like Saquon Barkley or maybe Ezekiel Elliott? No, I do not. I don't see that type of athleticism. But look at this offensive line. All right, number one round draft pick. I think it was like $8 billion for Trent Brown. Now you go ahead and draft who I have as the number one guard in the draft. In Jonah Williams, and you bring aboard his college buddy with him. A very successful rookie campaign is not out of the question. Another thing is, and I can't vouch because I don't know John Gruden, I don't know Mike Mayock, but I think this year, more than other years, in the past and going forward, is I really think that they want to draft players from successful college programs. And the reason why is I think they want players that are coming into the Raiders organization that are used to winning. And I think that this will be more important this year because you've already seen they're transforming this roster completely. There's very, very few players that are going to be a part of the 2019 team that were on the 2018 team. This roster is being completely transformed, and I really think that's something that they're going to emphasize this year for this draft is getting players that came from successful college programs. Keep in mind, Drew Lock and John Gruden worked together in the Senior Bowl. If anybody knows how Drew Lock practices, prepares, and plays, it's going to be John Gruden, and that's why I like that mix because universally, everybody said the same thing about Drew Lock. He was the best player in every single practice. Jonah Williams, my number one rated guard. In my first draft, he wasn't available. He falls, and then you get the number one rated running back. So this would be a very successful draft for the Oakland Raiders. And they still got picks. So, I mean, wow, what a good overhaul. The Raiders, I think, are a team to fear. And I'll talk more about them later on down the line. However, If you're a subscriber to Andrew's Football, you already know you're one of the greatest people on planet Earth. All your wildest dreams are going to come true. But if you're new to my channel, you're a fan of the Oakland Raiders, you're a fan of Alabama, Drew Lock, NFL drafts, NFL mock drafts are just really awesome hats. There's this button right down here. Check this out. Look, 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 look. Bam! Hit that button. Become one of the greatest people on planet Earth. Stay tuned. I still got more videos left to go. Draft days tomorrow. Stay tuned.